Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy with Janet and MK, or MK and Janet, whichever way you want to say that. We are using our Alaska cruise kits, basically. Our kits are very similar but not identical, and if you're not familiar with Kit Conspiracy, basically we both are using the same or similar kits for the entire week this week, and then next week we will switch to a different kit, and so on and so forth, all the way through November. This is a series we do every November and April, and we've done it for a few years now. Sometimes our kits are from stash, like this one, and so they are very similar but maybe not exact. And then sometimes our kits are pre-purchased, and those ones tend to be exact. Although we do allow ourselves to pull in some cardstock and some scraps from our scrap bin and embellishments as well, because sometimes our kits don't include a lot of embellishments, and we tend to be a little bit heavier on the embellishing side of things, so we do pull in some additional items. So this is actually from 49 and Market, this paper. It's from the Wherever collection, and the bits that I've got to the right hand side is from the Wherever cluster kit. I'm not exactly following the cluster kit. I am doing it to some extent, but not exactly. That little chipboard piece that had the 4 holes in it, that is supposed to be vertical, but I am going to do it horizontal, so it's going to be a little bit different, and I have to kind of rework it for that reason. And then I'm not really sure where this chipboard piece was supposed to go, the little frame, but I pulled in some of the little laser cut elements here, and I am just building up my own embellishment cluster because I needed something to fit in this space. And you know, I almost always want to make it my own, and rather than following exactly along with what they have, I tend to kind of just do what I like. So, you know, maybe it's a great way for you to find another way to use your embellishments other than the way that they have it presented, which is not to say their way is not beautiful, because it absolutely is, but sometimes maybe I just need to change the color of an item or the shape of an item or the orientation to make it fit, and so therefore other things get changed as well. The nice thing about the cluster kits are they always give you extra, so you can kind of maneuver things around and switch things out, and then you always have stuff to make extra clusters beyond what they provided for you. So I'm liking how this is coming together so far. I'm just kind of layering things up. I have not cut the branding strip off the bottom, which is in itself a dangerous element. I did mention this in yesterday's video, but because I can see that the branding strip is different on this one, I'm not too worried about it. A lot of times it looks just like the same as especially their solids or their foundation paper, whatever they call it. I think it's called solids. Anyway, especially on that, the branding strip is identical on one side to the paper, so you can't actually tell. So I am inking everything up with some walnut stain. So yeah, I'm using walnut stain for this one, just kind of bringing in a little bit of grunge. I'm liking how that's looking. I'm using a little extra liquid glue because the chipboard does not actually stick very well to that blue piece in the background. And yes, the writing on the blue piece is now the wrong direction. Do I mind? Not really. Sometimes that would probably bother me, but in this particular case it doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because that map in the background has writing on it as well, and maybe those are not perfect. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't seem to be bothering me. It's not something I was focusing on. I did take one little tiny photo, and I did put it in that diagonal striped chipboard piece up at the top, and that just tells the temperature for the day. It also tells, I believe, the chance of rain, which I think was like 77%. But you know, out of 3 trips that I've done to Alaska, I've never been rained out on any of them. There might be a little drizzle here and there, but it's never been bad, and I've enjoyed every single one of my trips. So I think, you know, would I do it again? Absolutely. I might look for a couple of different ports though, because I have been to some of these ports multiple times, so maybe it would be fun to go to a different port. But yeah, I've had a great time. And so I'm just posting, I'm just putting the photo of the town map, a picture of me and my husband, and then the weather for the day. And I really like the way that that looks. So actually, I believe I have the wrong photo on here, but I'm just going to leave it. I think that photo was actually taken in Sitka. I'm going to leave it for now. Maybe I'll change it eventually. I don't know why my phone, I did look up which port I was at for this photo, and my phone had something else written down besides Sitka or Ketchikan, and I don't know, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention. I just liked the photo and thought, oh, I'll use this. But yeah, I might switch it out at some point. So there are a lot of photos of the two of us, especially in all of the ports, because we did a lot of, walking around and checking things out. And so, yeah, I'm going to totally just leave it for now. If I come across a different one, I'll switch it out. The nice thing about using the ATG tape is it does allow you to swap those things out. If you use the liquid glue, you are kind of stuck. So I don't usually use liquid glue on my photos, but I do use it on my embellishments quite often. This little ticket here that I'm using, this is from a different paper. I think it was something from Recollections, or maybe the not the Crafters Workshop, DCWV, something that I got at Michael's, because it's been in my stash for a very long time. It's got kind of a glossy finish to it, and it's just a bunch of tickets. If you watched the kit share, you would have seen that paper in the kit. And so I've got a couple pieces from that, and I thought it was nice to bring in that yellow up top a little bit more heavily than what I already had in the little tiny tag that says, like, right here. I think it says right here. And I also really liked that my map has the colors of the paper in the background. So I thought this was like the perfect paper for this particular photograph. And so, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that this came out. But now I'm rethinking that photo, of course. So we will see what happens on that one. Okay, I paused the video right in the middle of doing the voiceover, and I went and switched the photo. So you're going to see a different photo in the close-ups, and the photo that is on this page is going to be used somewhere else down the road. And that is pretty much it, you guys. Don't forget to check out what MK has going on. I'm not sure that she'll have a layout today. This is kind of an odd day. We are posting Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I just had an extra one for this week. So yeah, this is a bonus layout. There you can see the photo swapped out. It's just an overview of the city, the port from the cruise ship. We're standing on the back of our cruise ship looking over it. And that is it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I will be back again tomorrow with another one. I'll see you then. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.